saying happy Mother's Day to everybody. I sound a little funny. I've been running a fever today, not feeling too hot. So anyway, Trent and I are just gonna move the animals into the next paddock, and got a few a very exciting, at least for us, announcements. I'll tell you guys here in a little bit, but yeah, stuff about the ranch and our video production. We've been really working on it, trying to get some new equipment, and anyway, it's a big learning process. Be patient with us, and we appreciate it. It's a lot to learn every day. It's like eating an elephant, right? So anyway, yes, just happy Mother's Day to everybody, to friends and family, and our YouTube community. We really appreciate you guys. So we're gonna go get this stuff moved. If you got any questions, go ahead and drop them in the comments. And I'm gonna try and do this right. I'm not thinking too good right now, feeling under the weather, so I probably would have just electrocuted myself pretty good.
That wouldn't have been fun.
Oh no. Got something going on. Oh.
I'll clean this lens off really quick.
Oh boy.
There we go.
Is that better?
That's better.
So this is our new toy. We got a video about this coming up. So I'm really excited about this. This thing is awesome. We have whoa, moving all over. Sorry, he's chasing me. Just stay back. We built a solar fence charger, high powered one. So we're gonna have a video on that. So it's gonna run about half of what a name brand ready to go. I say high power. This is a 6 joule fencer, has a 100-watt solar panel. So really excited about that. Don't forget when you have livestock, excuse me, when you have livestock, everything that they see or do, they're learning. So we really practice that with our horses, right? So if your cattle don't really respect your fence or your horses and they get out once, it might be twice, and they get out twice, it's gonna be more and more. So if they're not getting hit by it really hard and they don't have a really great, healthy respect for your hot fences, you might end up teaching them to not respect them at all, and they don't even care. See this? Look at this horse here. That is Ona. She's about 17 and a half hands, 2,100 pounds. Do you think that she can jump over that wire? Yes, very easily. She can, matter of fact, step over it, but she wouldn't dare. She is deathly afraid of it. She's well trained. So we have some animals that we're bringing onto the farm. I'd love to tell you guys about it. It's exciting. We're hopefully going to bring them here.
This is the cool tool.
Here's the cool tool. Hey, now I have to electrocute ourselves. I might electrocute myself on live. That would be awesome. All right, so Trin's gonna get this strung out. Man. Fevers, I don't recommend them. Excuse me. Here you go, madam. I'll let you touch it first to make sure it's...
Why me?
The camera's down. Let's see, I'll check it. Oh, this thing's pretty neat. It's also like an electrical sniffer. I don't know if you folks know what that is. It senses current, and it doesn't even have to be touching the wire. You can be within, I don't know, 6-8 inches of it, and it picks it up and tells you there's a spark in there waiting for you to get bit. So you're gonna look at these. This is something else folks might laugh at. We needed a really simple, light, cheap, easy solution for these little cross fences. What's that?
Sure it's off.
I'm sure it's off.
I don't trust it.
She doesn't trust it. It's off. Promise.
Want me to touch it? There it is. Oh, I'm getting shocked. Trust me, every time I touch a fence, I don't care what it is, I'm always like, I trust but verify, right? Oh yeah. You on? My God, man. Let's do it. I'm going to. Anyway, these things are awesome. You don't want to try and carry a lot of current through them. Like, you're not trying to use this wire as a transmission line to charge another fence over there for a quarter mile. Right, no, you don't want to do that. It's only got a few strands. It's really small. But for these little sections here, it's still super hot. It's showing over 9,000 volts. And these things are super light. They're super light. It's great. So I really like those. They don't pull stuff down. These new strain right step-in posts, love them. So far, it's my favorite post by a long shot. Now, I have not tried the O'Brien step-ins. That's what so many folks really like. So I don't know if you have them. Let me know. These are great so far. They're steel, spring steel core, and the whole thing's plastic. I guess they made an upgrade. It only used to be at the insulator points, and the rest of, don't get stuck there, bud. I want to turn it back on here in a second. The rest of the post now is insulated all the way. So I guess that was a complaint about them back in the day. Wire might kick off and then you have a ground rod, but now the whole thing is coated and insulated. All right. What are you doing, girlfriend? You got to go around it. Oh, okay. So here in a minute, I'm going to show you guys this new solar charger that we built. I'm not going to go into great detail because we have a video about it coming out next week. We should. Sorry, we will announce the date. We also, exciting news. Not this. This thing's falling over. What a piece of junk. We got to get it out of here.
Why are you taking my steak?
Anyway, I'm bringing them to you, girlfriend.
But I had him set up.
Yeah, you'll probably live. Here you go. Here you go, little girl. Where are you going? You really don't get what's going on here. Sorry, I have to explain myself to the youngster.
I thought we were cutting him off of that.
Negative. Negative. She don't listen. Typical teenager. Here you go. Just go around it and then back to that one. This old piece of junk, especially our horse, Ona, the 2,000-pound bulldozer, will run well, she's done this to it. Now, don't get me wrong. It was a real hunk of junk when we got it. But it actually had stairs on it when we got here. And she busted everything off of it. So that's what we're doing. We're going to fence them off. What we do here is we're working on and getting closer to ultra high density grazing with more of a total graze system. We're an experiment. We experiment all the time. That's what we do, right? I graze one paddock like this and I graze the next one like that. And I'm always looking for the better way, right? So, but that's what we're practicing right now or trying to get to it. We actually have some more animals coming in next week is the plan. And, right now you can see we're not stocked, but about, we're probably right around that 100,000 pound an acre. So that's mob grazing, but very much so on the low end. We really want to get to where we're, I might get some of those fence lifters. I don't know if you've ever seen them, but they're a really neat device. And ultimately it's just set a timer and it just lifts the wire to the next paddock. It's a pole and it's got a motor and like a little solar panel. Well, it just lifts it up, sends off a loud beep. The animals know to go to the next one. They've already fouled the pasture they're in and grazed it so heavily that they have no desire to come back to it to regraze it since they have new forage in front of them. And it's a 4 time a day move. I know it sounds crazy to a lot of folks, but oh boy, I'm really out of breath. I'm tired. Oh God, I'm exhausted. Yeah. So, but it's all about making your farm more productive, right? I mean, that's how you make money. You don't buy more land to make more money. You get your land that you have more productive. So there seems to be a lot of guys out there that are really, really liking this method. So we're going to try that, right? So, and again, multi-species, adaptive, ultra high impact, ultra high density grazing is what we're working toward. So the big ta-da is that we're this coming week, hopefully if everything works out, timing and I get better, going to be bringing 30 hair sheep onto the ranch and we're going to introduce them to this. So hopefully we'll get a little bit broader spectrum of graze and be more complete. Our forage right now, if you look at it, it's incredibly rank, right? We started this season really, really slow, and I've kept really, really slow rotations intentionally because I wanted to give this farm a massive rest. We came off of 2 back-to-back droughts for us during our management. Apparently, some folks have been telling me, I don't know it to be fact, but a lot of locals here told me that that was preceded by 2 additional years of drought. So 4-year drought the grasses were exhausted, right? We put a lot of pressure on them over the last 2 years, more than I'd have liked to, even though we did not have to feed hay in the summer like a lot of folks did. So that was a win. We weren't carrying that many units. Right now, we're right at about 25 units is what I calculate, which isn't a lot, right? Right now, I wish I had 100 units on the land so we could keep this thing grazed. And so it's either graze it quick and give it a long rest period, or give it a majorly long rest period and then start grazing. That's what we're basically doing. So the unfortunate thing with our seed head production is that our grass obviously was in vegetative state earlier in the spring, but we weren't getting rain. So the grass got about yay tall and it said, oh no, it was stressed. So it already started going to seed. It was in boot stage when it was this tall. So then we started getting rains. It's like, go figure. I'm not complaining. Thank you, Lord. We've had some 9 inches of rain in the last, well, I don't know, 20 days or something. So we've had a lot of rain. It's beautiful. It's amazing. It's really turned things around. But we, now we're hoping and focusing on hopefully seeing a lot of warm seasons start coming in here successfully real quick. So, but the way I calculate it right now, if we don't grow any more forage on our land currently, like if we totally just turn the switch completely off, what we have on the land right now should be worth about 90 to 95 days current stocking rate. So that'd put us into September. Well, actually, I take that back. It was 95 to 100 days, and there was one variable depending on some animals up front. Anyway, so we're running 25 units here. We got a bull and 1 horse down front. We keep in a front paddock. It's not ideal. You want to keep your herd together as long as you can. Obviously, you got to take your bull out. Otherwise, you're going to have calves during the time of year you don't want. So we're going to actually have calves a month later this year. Last year, this coming calving season will be a month later than this year. When we first got our bull, we immediately exposed our girls to him, and that was June 2nd. So this year, we're going to prolong that to right around the 4th of July, 1st July anyway. So we calve just a little bit later. I think that'll help us out a lot. And yeah, we're really looking forward to this next season. I'm super pumped. Oh, something else. We actually have a store out now. I hope it doesn't feel like a money grab. It's just some people have asked how they can support us. So we've networked and we have print on demand. We have some merchandise. You've seen a few hats and shirts. Now we also have, which is really awesome, we have a young man here in the States, and he's an excellent leather worker, along like my son is also a leather worker, but he's very, very Western, hand-tooled centric. This gentleman is a craftsman. He makes some beautiful leather goods, and they're being custom made for us with our ranch brand. So we're really pumped about that. There's belts and handbags for the ladies. Mouse pads. He's got cellular phone cases. He makes it all. Beautiful stuff. So what was that? I forgot. Wallets. Yes, bifold, trifold. Checkbook style wallets, like, Western wallet. I don't have one on me right now. So we have that stuff coming out. We're really excited about it. It's a very fine quality product. All American made, all artisan handmade, not, high production, just some factory overseas. It's one guy. It's a one man operation, and he's making it for us. So look out for that content. We're going to have it in our stores again and have that content coming out. So I think I'm just rambling on now, and my throat is really, really dry. Here, let's go over and show these folks this really quick. I won't hang around a whole lot longer. Do you have your phone, bud?
Yeah, I'm watching the chat.
Oh, okay. No chats, no questions? Oh, all right. That's all right. I don't expect you guys to be looking at my goofy face. You should be paying attention to your mothers right now.
Happy Mother's
So,
Day to all the mamas and fur mamas on the ranch.
yeah, to the fur mamas. I like it.
That's Dennis Dish.
All right. Hey, Dennis, thanks. We appreciate it. We'll go back. Actually, I want to show you some of the girls. I think we're going to do a lot of these lives. Sorry. Stated earlier, I'm running a fever today and I feel miserable. So anyway, just give them a quick glance at this. We got a video that should be coming out this week. I got super sidetracked. Back on my ugly face. Here, right here, right here. Another huge announcement. Ooh, another huge announcement. I'm really excited, and I know it's hard to tell because I feel so miserable, but we've actually added somebody to our team, and we're very, very happy to have him. And on a round of applause, Mr. Joe Gunderson. Thank you. He's part of our team now, and he's going to be doing some more editing behind the scenes. It's been an incredible, very difficult, unbelievable time-consuming event to run this channel, run this ranch, produce merchandise. I also have an invention that's going to be coming out. Invention, maybe a better mousetrap, I don't know. That has to do with logging, and we're really hoping to get it on the market. So we've been working with a local manufacturer, and we're going to start production of those here pretty soon. So we really hope to be able to show the world what we've come up with in the next week or two is the plan. So it's been a real nail biter for me. It's been a very long process. A lot of hoops, just a lot of hurdles to overcome trying to build this device. It has taken, well, we are about 1 year and 2 weeks into it right now, from its conception to where we're at. So R&D and into production 1 year. So I mean, I guess in the grand scheme, I shouldn't complain. So as long as we get it done and we can show you folks, that's all that really matters. So anyway, so yeah, big stuff. So we got animals coming. We got sheep. We got 30 animals, right? So I'm pumped about that. We're going to be interviewing the gentleman we're getting the sheep from. He's a commercial sheep herder north of Springfield, excuse me. So we're going to go over there and we're going to look at his operation. He does a little different than us. And it's going to be really a test to see, because remember, as ranchers, if you're a rancher and you don't just do it because you're independently wealthy and you have nothing better to do with your life, you need to be thinking about the bottom line and profit, right? So what's your ROI? What are your total inputs? So where I'm going with this is it's a video, and we're going to document this series. Can we take sheep that have been more of a so-called commercial setting, that have been raised like that? They have been fed a little bit of grain during the lambing season, and they get wormed once a year. Now, I don't know if they're going to adapt into the system here. We don't know, but it sure makes logical sense that it can. And parasite resistance and a lot of those traits that these hair sheep are known for is also really a matter of management, folks. I mean, management, right? Management first. Parasite resistant genetics second. That's my opinion. I'm no expert, but all my reading and research leads me to believe that. And not to mention the evidence, right? I follow evidence. I can't prove anything, but the evidence before me tells me that that will work. So some animals are less prone to them, and some animals are more prone to them. Let's take example here. We had a couple of horses over here. We had to worm them. They got wormy. Their condition looked poor, so we wormed them. You know, we use things as a tool. Our goal is to get to where we never have to worm anything again ever in our life. But, you know, we can't afford those genetics right out of the gate. Those genetics are seed stock, and the animals you're going to buy from pretty much any producer is his cull. I mean, they don't sell their best stuff, right? They keep their best stuff. If they're a cow calf operation, or they produce bulls, they're going to keep the best back for their genetics so they can continue improving it, right? So just remember that you got to start somewhere, and grass-fed, never wormed, super, artsy-fartsy, whatever you want to call it, which I totally believe in, 100%. They're like $500 a head, and some are even more, where you can get a commercial more like this. Now, these animals have been raised on pasture their entire life, except for they do get some creep feeding during, I say creep feeding, they get some grain during lactation and the pre-lambing, the ewes, and then they go back out on pasture. So we're gonna see. It's a little journey. We're gonna see, take it on the chin. Hopefully we don't fail terribly and end up with a bunch of dead animals. But again, you know, we have some animals here that have been wormed historically, right? Before we believed in no worming. And guess what? They're not wormy. They do fine. They're great. So it's a matter of It's a function of management. So don't forget that. So really pumped about it though. So we're going to be running sheep, cattle, and horses all in the same herd, flurred. It's again, ultra high density is what we're trying to emulate, multi-species. So anyway, folks, yes, again, everybody, golf clap, cheer. Thank you. So Joey Gunderson is going to be on our team. Joe behind the scenes. So he is just graduating college, and he specializes in stuff. So I think he's going to take and be able to help us out here with a lot of the technical stuff behind the scenes that we're not all that great with. So anyway, I think Trinity is ready to get out of here. So you want me to? Oh, no. We can't show too much. Just there you go. That's all you get. That's all you get. Hold on. I don't think it's spicy. I can't remember. I feel like I'm half drunk. It's weird. I don't like it. My head is swimming. Okay. Yes. Love it. My remote control. Okay, so you're gonna take him. Oh,
Mostly all I'm doing with him is brushing him because he needs it.
he's been rolling turds. All right, we're gonna make this Sparky, and I just want to show you the condition of the cattle. I know I keep getting ahead of myself. I can't even process right now. I think I'm gonna go show you the cattle, the horses, real quick. Give you a little walk around, and then we'll probably get out of here for the evening, folks. It is, after all, Mother's Day. All right, it's gonna be hot, girlfriend. Whew. Wow, output first pass. Oh, that's got some load on it. So we keep our wire pretty low right now. We're trying to train our calves not to get out. I think it's pulling 11 amps right now because that grass is touching it. So let that be a lesson to you. Don't let your grass get too rank and too seedy like we did. All right. It is for a reason, but I don't like it. All right, look at this mare. She has good hair, good hoof, good eye. Her skin around her mouth is excellent. She's shed out really nicely. She goes about 2,100 pounds on grass and grass alone. So we don't worm her. She does not get worm. She doesn't get wormer, and she doesn't get wormy. So have we done a stool sample test? Nope. We might do that if we really were concerned and thought that she got a parasite load, but we don't need to. She's, oh, look at that. On live air, I almost cussed. Ticks, man, ticks. They're bad. They are bad. I hate these suckers. It's the only thing I absolutely hate about the Ozarks. I ain't gonna lie. Terrible. Well, let me say our ranch. This place is a ticky SOB. It's the tickiest of all places. I can't imagine a place being tickier than this. So I'm sure someone might argue, but let's look at these girls. So this is a 970, and she's just a dink. She's like a mini. Look at this. She's 3/4 South Pole, and she's probably, oh shoot, I don't know. How tall is she, Austin? 3.5 feet tall? I mean, she's a dink. She's just a dink. She probably goes 750 maybe. I think 800 would be incredibly generous. Like, yeah. Here's another girl, very compact, close to the ground. Now, 970 here that I just showed you. She has one of the biggest, prettiest heifers out here, and she's tiny. So she's pretty thrifty. She's just a dink, and she raised a really nice big calf. She has a pretty good slope to her rear between her pins and hooks. She has a huge bag for a beef breed, especially the first 3 weeks of lactation, maybe a month. I mean, she almost looked half dairy. So she has a beautiful calf. They're still holding some hair, a lot more than I would like to see. I really, we brought, put a full blood South Pole bull on these 3/4 South Pole heifers, hoping to slick them down, their progeny. So that's where we're trying to get better fly resistance. I want you to look at this guy right here, Austin. Let's take a minute and show him, if anybody out here cares about cattle. That little bull calf right there is just fantastic. He is meaty, meaty, meaty. He is just going on. He's already got a hump in his neck. He's already showing extremely high levels of testosterone. He's been riding the now cows that have been cycling and going through estrus. He's been he has been mounting, obviously unsuccessful. He's only 2 months old, but 970, he was just on her for 3 days straight. And, at 2 months, he's just something else to me. I'm no Jiminy Christmas. We got a cavern. Don't fall in that. We need to mark that. It's a big old hole in the ground. Jeez. Look at that. Time to bust some groundhogs. Hey, Trent. Grab me a steak, please. We need to mark this pigtail if you got one. Or round one up. There's actually one over there. There's one over there, sweetie. Okay, there's one right there. So, but yeah, unbelievable, right? So, a lot of breeders, right? Now, I'm again, no expert in this, so I guess call me on my BS. But a lot of breeders select for things other than fertility and performance. They'll select for, color. They'll literally, like that bull, he's got those 5 white spots on his hip. Oh no, call him. That's the best looking bull in this pasture. He's just built. He's just really, really put together. He's very vigorous. He's an aggressive nurser. He's a great grazer as far as a calf goes. So anyway, what we're doing here is, yes, that's it. Very good. Let's put it. Yeah, no, that's fine. We just want to be able to see it so we can come back and fill it, plug it with some big rocks.
Good job, Twin.
Good job. Golf clap, golf clap. So we're going to be looking for and breeding selectively for just ultimately condition. Condition. That's our number one criteria. And docility. Those are right up there. If they have great condition but they're wild, gone. I don't want that. I don't want that at all. So we have a lot of docility in here right now. Our bull, we can pet him. He's very mellow. We're gonna definitely go for that. But so anything here, and I don't care. We might even do some crosses. So we have a cross bull calf in here, just one, and he is a dandy, and his mom is unbelievable. So if he can pass on some of that stuff to his offspring, boy, I don't know. I feel like I should keep him a bull and try it. I mean, what's the harm, right? Got to experiment. But there, she's right here. Look at this. She's so easy fleshing. We got her from the neighbor, and I bought her as a meat cow. We were just going to turn her into ground beef. That was the plan. And she just started putting some really good condition on, and I was like, oh man, I don't know. Let's give her a chance. Let's see if she'll breed back. She didn't breed back for him. Don't know why, won't speculate. So we kept her, exposed her, boom, gave us a beautiful bull calf. Well, if you look at the gut on this girl, I know I said it'd just be a few more minutes, but if you look at the gut on this girl, it's unbelievable. She is thick, she is short. Yeah, she's a little taller than the rest of our miniature South Poles that are out here, because we definitely got some. But she's about the same back height as some of our bigger girls, and she goes, ooh, easy 300 pounds more than them. So she's got kind of everything going on that I'm looking for in a body. Short leg. She's not heavily boned. She's fairly finely boned. So we're gonna probably keep her bull back, right? So anyway, that's just some of the stuff. You know, I don't know nothing. I don't pay attention to EPDs and all that crap and scrotal circumference, and I don't care about that at all. I just care about fertility, and fertility comes from conditions. So if your animals keep flesh on and they're easy fleshing naturally, no matter the conditions, here you go. That's some rank forage. That's not good. The protein content in this stuff has gone way down since it went to seed. And she stays fat on air, so it doesn't really matter, right? How good or how bad this forage is right now. She's doing amazing. So we're gonna play with that. But yeah, it's, you know, again, resistance, parasite resistance, evidence, in my opinion, really, really leads to, it's a matter of management, right? So management, and then we're gonna selectively breed for condition. That's our criteria. We can choose to get pickier down the road at some point, you know, like we have such good animals and all we have are good animals and the genetics are amazing. And I'll start, I guess, when you get to that point, if you're already at your max carrying capacity, and you'll start culling because that cow looked at me funny. I don't like the way she looked at me. And then you cull her, you know what I mean? Like petty stuff, I guess, if you ever get those genetics. But right now, all we care about is condition and docility. So that's it. I just wanted to say that. And where is my pest? Where is she? I'm surprised she hasn't come and bugged me already. What are you doing, you stinker? What are you doing? He's over here. Normally she comes up and becomes a problem. Yeah, again, if you don't know 971, everybody, 971, everybody. She's this is 970's calf. And they're both like this. We didn't bottle feed them, or we didn't excessively handle her. She just, it's hereditary. I mean, she's like super chill, just like her mom. You know, honestly, I don't even know if I believe that. Most of what I observe with animals and behavior, you know, I guess I don't know if it's heritable, but I can tell you this. Every calf is just like her mom, not her dad. So if her mom's a little bit of a hothead, that's a total, you're gonna be a problem when you're 1,000 pounds. That is, they act just like their mom. I believe it's a learned behavioral trait. If their mom is flighty, their calf learns to be flighty. If the mother is super mellow and chill, you end up with a pest like this. I mean, we were headbutting the other day. I probably shouldn't do that, I know, but I couldn't resist. I was literally, took my hat off and we were ramming heads, and she loves it. I can chase her around and she goes crazy and hops and skips and goes goofy, you know. So I guess I do get attached to my animals, but I still will cull them if they don't meet the program, right? So I'm really praying that you're a good mama and you give us lots of babies just like you. And then I don't have to turn you into a hamburger, because that would really suck, because I think this is a keeper. So, all right, 971. Yeah, and the really crappy part is she kind of got hung with the handle of Sweetie. Yeah, she's really, really nice, if you couldn't tell. She had a couple ticks, like right around her vulva. She let me pick her tail up and, you know, off of her. She's that mellow. She's just like a puppy dog, aren't you? And you have a very, very rough, sharp tongue. Oh, let me get that. Ticks, man, they're bad. They're bad. We've had so much rain that, you know, it's allowed them to really go crazy. So, sorry, little one. You got more in you? I try and keep ticks off her because she's always rubbing on me, and then, you know, they're all over me. I mean, I picked off like, I don't know, I guess today wasn't too bad. I had 6 or 8 ticks on me. Well, there's times I've had 75 and not seed ticks. Yep. Very happy, very blessed, feeling very blessed today. Got some beautiful animals, you know, live in a beautiful part of the country, beautiful pastures, and it's Mother's Day. So anyway, we're out of here. Thank you all, and we'll see you next time, Tick Creek Ranch. Bye.